Welcome back. Painting. I'm a terrible painter. Everything I know, I learned from YouTube. The paint scheme is nothing special, but in the interest of consistency and completion, we'll walk through it together. Here we go.
The first step is pretty easy. Black bomb it. The only tips I have here, which you probably already know, are in order to get the black paint into the nooks and crannies of the bricks, be sure you wet the brush with some water, and don't attempt to use black spray paint, or else you'll melt the foam bricks. The next step is to sponge stamp a neutral medium gray. This is DM Scotty's technique, and he uses it all the time. You'll do the tiles and all of the squares. Sponge heavier or lighter depending on the style you're going for. I prefer about 50% coverage, such that a good amount of black still shows through. Keep in mind there's about to be another round of sponging after this one. One tip from my experimenting, go lightly on the bricks. You do not want them to be solid gray with black cracks. Rather, about 50% of the brick's surface should remain black, just like the rest of the tile. I found that this helps add further depth and detail. Keep it light. Next up is another round of sponging with a lighter gray. I recommend that however aggressive you were with the dark gray, you aim to do half that much with the light gray. Additionally, do not apply the light gray to the bricks. We want the floor to pop out, not the walls. Trust me, you want them to look slightly different. Now, get out a rich brown color. Burnt umber is not bold enough. What I use is called bark brown. Pick out a few random bricks on each tile and cover them. Don't dry brush or try for partial coverage. Make the entire brick surface brown. 2 to 3 bricks per wall is appropriate. finally, it's time to assemble. Warm up the hot glue gun. First, attach squares that you know don't need to be cut. In other words, any square not adjacent to a wall. Then, chop off 1/4 inch in order to fit the wall adjacent tiles in their places. When you do that, ensure that the straight, chopped side is against the wall.
There's one more video after this one on how to handle doors, but as for tile construction proper, the job is done. Even if you don't switch to the 1 1/4 grid system, I hope you at least got some ideas for construction techniques to apply to your own tiles. So again, there's one more after this, but this whole thing was a beginning, not an end, so I have a lot of cool stuff planned, and I hope to have you as a YouTube follower. So, till next time,